Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Griffin Mind about a modern girlfriend being told that she has to block her guy best friend. I swear, guys, women know what they're doing when they have these guy best friends. They know exactly what it is, and to be honest, I don't think any of these women who pull this crap are worth dating in the first place. Let's jump into it.
Block all of his accounts.
He literally just posts pictures of his dog.
I don't care, block him. I know his intentions he has with you.
Like,
you don't understand how guys' brains work.
Facts.
He's not just a friend, he likes you.
No, he doesn't.
And you don't need to explain it to him. You don't need to open up the door for conversations.
His accounts. I can only have to block his Finsta. He never even checks that one.
I don't care, block it.
Dude, she's crying.
He's gonna know this is because of you.
I don't care.
Because he knows I wouldn't do this. He's gonna think you took my phone and did this.
Block him.
I'm just looking at his page, like a list.
I know how guys' brains work.
I'm just looking at his page.
I love you.
Love me too.
I'm doing this for us.
Okay.
If she actually cared about the feelings of her boyfriend, she wouldn't have any problem letting go of this guy, but naturally she has to try and get out of doing something for her boyfriend by crying.
In a relationship, should you really have a backup plan? There is new research that shows half of all women have a guy on the back burner just in case things go wrong in their current relationship. Physician and national mindful living expert Dr. Romy Mushtaq is here to talk more about that. Dr. Romy, seriously?
Modern women have been using dudes as emotional punching bags and last resort backup plans for years now, and it's insane how little those women care about the feelings of men who care about them in return. It's a waste of time as a guy.
Morning, Tom. I know, and
Come on, this sounds positively guy.
Guy, doesn't it? And I have to sit here and defend all of us women, but this is the latest psychology research. I was just as shocked reading this data. More than half of women who are married
Happily married women are doing this?
have a backup plan. And what is a backup plan? It means you have someone on the back burner.
So a specific person they've identified.
There are tons of men out there who are being treated as a woman's backup plan, which means that this guy wasn't good enough for her in her prime, but will apparently do when she no longer has any real market value. Insane.
And in most cases, it was either an ex-boyfriend or an old friend who never made it to the dating category.
Shocker.
Get out of town.
Shocker.
Unfortunately, yes. And the problem is social media has just made it too easy to have such a type of behavior.
Right, so I know you're here to say, though,
yes,
watch out, because this is anything but good.
It is, I agree. You know, mindset matters in relationships.
Being treated as a backup plan is degrading and insulting, which is why no man should ever agree to such horrible treatment. It is a massive insult to someone that women will never respect anyway.
By Christy?
No.
Okay, so you used to do escorting.
No.
The plot thickens.
No.
Look, it might not be 100% confirmed here, but the same people who sent me the video, it's your matching tattoo. They're also claiming that you were involved in escorting.
I don't know why somebody would be claiming that.
In which you were charging $1,800 for a 1-hour coffee date.
She's trying to deny her past and lie to people to make them think that she never charged $1,800 for a coffee date, but the internet has a long memory and nothing gets permanently deleted.
$3,000 for a lunch date, $5,000 for a dinner date, $8,000 for a overnight date, plus $500 trip to the islands, $500 plus for couples. Are you also going to deny this also?
Yeah.
So you were not involved in escorting at all?
At that point, you might as well just admit that you charged men obscene amounts of money just for your mere presence. The more you try to deny it, the more pathetic you end up looking. It's just common sense.
I've been paying $11 just to roast me because someone literally subbed to my page, messaged me and said, hey, I want to get a custom. I said, yeah, what do you want? He said, a video of your dad saying he's proud of you. LOL. It's so funny. Yeah.
I used to do this social experiment when I was out, and I would have a conversation with usually 1 or 3 girls, right? And I'll be like, okay, what do you want from a man? No hesitation, they giving me a laundry list, right?
Of course she came with a laundry list. Modern women have been led to believe that every single one of their unreasonable demands are not that big of a deal. But the second a man wants something, oh hell no, watch their faces completely change.
I want good looks, I want money, I want body, all this stuff, right? And I'm egging it on. I'm like, okay, I feel it.
But what
and
are you gonna give though?
What are you gonna give, at the end of the conversation, I'm like, so what do you bring to the table?
And then you wonder why we hoes out here.
And then
because there's
that's where
nothing
the energy,
you're giving. What are you giving?
That's where the energy switched. And then they went from excited to tell me their list to offended that I even mentioned that.
Yeah, bro.
Modern women seem to have the mentality of spoiled children. It almost seems like every other sentence starts with I want or I deserve or some other selfish statement. They cannot fathom having to do anything for anybody else.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my girlfriend's plane ticket after she decided to stay longer on her trip without me? So here's the deal.
What?
I planned a 2-week vacation to Italy. I paid for the flights, hotels, everything.
Ooh.
Because I make more than she does, and I wanted it to be a stress-free trip for the both of us. Everything was great until the last day when she tells me she wants to stay longer to find herself and think about our relationship without me.
When she says that she needs to find herself, what she really means is that she met a very charming and attractive Italian man, and she wants to find herself in his bed, and she wants her boyfriend to pay for it.
She didn't discuss this.
What?
Oh my God.
She didn't discuss this with me beforehand, and it completely blindsided me. I was hurt, and I told her that if she feels that she needs time alone, then she should also be independent financially during this extension of her trip. I said I wouldn't be paying for her return ticket whenever she decides to come back. Now she's upset, calling me unsupportive and selfish. And some of our friends are saying I'm being an a-hole because I left her stranded in a foreign country without financial help.
She literally said she wanted the time to figure out if she even wanted to be with him. She had no intention of discussing this with him at all, and to add insult to injury, she expected him to fund her breakup.
As many of you have guessed, she met someone while we were in Italy.
Oh no!
We didn't even think about that. We probably should have.
Well, yeah. Keep going.
Anytime someone says I gotta find myself, it's just focus on yourself.
Freaking Paolo, man.
Like, that's what it
Paolo,
is.
Man.
Lizzie and Paolo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She was quick to tell me that it was just a physical attraction and that they hadn't done anything, but she had his and was wanting to see if it'd go anywhere.
Of course, she met another man, and all it took was one evening with the guy to make her ditch her loyalty to the man who paid for the vacation in the first place. That just goes to show how little she cared about this guy since the beginning.
I guess that's what I get for not feeling well and wanting to stay in one night while she went out to explore.
What?
Obviously, I told her things were over between us.
Night.
Even though she tried to make it sound like nothing had happened. The fact was, A, I couldn't feel like I could trust her when she said that, and B, I don't really want to be with someone who feels like it's okay to still keep her options open when she's been in a monogamous relationship for the past 2 years. The flight home was awkward as f, and she tried really hard to give another pitch of why we should stay together on the drive home from the airport. I think as we got closer to home, reality started setting in, and she realized she'd just thrown a lot away.
That man had every right to end things the way he did. There is no way she can patch things up after talking to him that way, but at least now she's free to go find herself without him. So in a way, she got what she wanted.
This is where you try girls piss me off, because do you think it's hard to get a man to ask you to marry him? Do you think you accomplished something unique, different, interesting? Do you know how many men have asked to marry me? Girl, shut up.
It is very easy for a modern woman to get a man, but it typically ends in a situationship or a one-night stand because these women are insanely incompetent when it comes to keeping one, and also insanely incompetent when it comes to actually choosing a man.
So I'm 26 years old, almost 27, and I have never been in a serious relationship. I never had a boyfriend, never been married. Even both my proms, I went to both of my proms by myself. I was never asked out, on a date to prom or anything like that. And this could be a red flag about me, but it just was never the right time. I just have never had anything go past the talking stage. It's just been like guys who either just didn't want to commit to me or it just didn't work out.
It's interesting how she brings up how men didn't want to commit to her, which implies that she may have never had a boyfriend. but that doesn't mean she wasn't hooking up with dudes.
So yeah, like even getting asked out on a date, like I haven't, like until recently, like I've never been asked out on a date before. For a while, I used to be upset about it because I was like, I feel like I'm missing out on something because, you know, I never really experienced the whole like being in a relationship, and it's just a portion of my life that I supplement with friends and other things. My whole life, I have been single. I've never experienced the feeling of being in a relationship, having a boyfriend.
These women harp on and on about never being in a romantic relationship, and it ends up taking over their entire identity. Even though there are plenty of men to choose from, she would rather focus on being single than getting with an average guy.
I remember I talked about this when I was 19, and now I'm almost 27 talking about it. The situation still hasn't changed. So it's kind of good because it scares off people that aren't serious about me. But I do wonder sometimes, like, what it would be like to have a boyfriend. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never experienced it.
If a modern woman says that she's 30 and never had a boyfriend, it is an instant red flag. There is a reason why that's the case, and it's usually a horrible reason that's left her with a significant amount of emotional baggage.
Ow. How is that even possible? Is this a red flag?
No, you only ordered this. You only ordered the pad thai. I asked you if you wanted some of this. You said no. Not getting any of this.
Okay, it's just shrimp. Relax. But it goes together with the rice. So can I get some rice? Just last bite.
That man had to order the food, he had to pay for it, pick it up, and even though he asked if she wanted anything extra, she waits until he's trying to eat to pick at his plate. It's honestly just disrespectful.
I only got this one taco. You got all that food.
Okay, well that was really good. I said I wanted to try that one.
This is the only thing I got. I only got one. I got one.
I just want to take a little bite.
I don't want no ribs.
I just want a little bite. Just a little. It's a little one. You never share.
Do you notice how she started using that whiny voice when he said he wouldn't let her eat his food? She's acting that way because she wants control over him, not because she wants a bite of what he's eating.
Guys, I've developed a new ick at work. It is grown men yawning. Hold it in. It drives me insane. It has happened an ungodly amount of times this week, and it's Tuesday, and I don't understand how they don't know how to just not yawn.
Okay, so don't be tired.
But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.